What's up, turtles? Krik here with Black Owl Outdoors, and it's time for another show and tell with one of my handmade leather goods. So here is my deluxe version, if you will, of a leather journal or notebook cover. And I actually have some of these available on my Etsy store, Krik Handmade. All that information will be in the description, but I'm really happy with how these turned out. I hand dyed these a mottled dark brown because I really don't like solid dark colors or really solid colors in general. So I kind of perfected, if you will, this technique of giving it some character and modeling with this certain type of professional stain I used on this 3 to 4 ounce veg tan leather. Take a look at the closure system now. Just really simple is sort of the theme I guess followed with these notebook covers. So you can see there's the lace or strap is actually laced into the cover, the extra long cover and flap of this notebook. And this is actually Kodiak lace that I cut from a hide I have. And I just whip stitched this together right here. And this is actually an alter I did, or an alteration, because originally I had a much thinner strip of Kodiak lace and I had it longer, but when you opened it up there was just too much lace to worry about, so I widened it and shortened it, and it works, I think, actually better than the long lace I had initially. You know, say you're finishing up your work for the day, you want to close it, it's real simple, pull it tight, and I sort of just hold it back underneath here, and you can just thread it under this triangle if you want. Pull that tight once, and then on the back side usually I'll just kind of just roll it under that, just give it a little bit more friction, and it holds it nice and tight. Really simple but effective. Now let's look at start looking at the inside. Bam! You have a pen holder, pencil holder, if you will. This is made from oil tan leather. I kind of just like that it wasn't the same exact color or texture of this. You know, it's all in the details with me, and I'm really big into texture, so adding something just a little bit different, I really think turned out well. This is all stitched using wax synthetic thread, same brown thread that I use for all of my projects. So I made this big enough to fit a regular size Sharpie marker, and I thought that would be big enough to accommodate pretty much any writing utensil someone's going to want to use in a notebook. You can see that Sharpie fits nice and tight. But actually, Stoney's really into, or starting to get into, fountain pens, and he has a Pilot Metropolitan, and it's actually just a little bit too thick to go in here, which is very surprising. So what him and I have come up with is it's really easy. You can just clip it there instead of going inside the holder, and then when you wrap it up, you can sort of just push it down if you want, and then wrap it over. It's just as effective. And if you want to open it up now, we'll look inside. This is a really big piece of leather. That's why these cost what they do. In addition to the leather journal cover on my store, I'm actually selling them with a brand new Moleskin hardcover ruled notebook. This is green, but the one you'll receive if you do purchase it, it was going to be yellow. So let me take out the book. And then you just have one little pocket sleeve right here just to slide the cover of the notebook into here. And this is fit around the dimensions of that classic Moleskin, which is right around 8 1/4 inches by 5. And this is not one that's going to be for sale. This is sort of a prototype, or one I just keep around for pictures and, like I said, sort of prototyping. So if you do purchase one, it's going to be brand spanking new. So I made these longer. Instead of just having the cover end right here like you maybe normally see for a book jacket or something like that, I made it longer to wrap over for a few reasons. And the first one being is that, well, it just covers pages in the notebook more. This wraps around, you know, you just have protection on 2 sides as opposed to just one, usually at the binding. A second reason why I did this is because if you want to carry multiple notebooks, you know, these are other Moleskins that I use, small ones for notes, videos, a lot of video ideas and stuff like that. You can add multiple ones in there and it still closes just the same, just as clean, just as neat, and still offers a lot of utility. You can see that profiles. So I'm just really happy with how these turned out. And actually on my Instagram, Krik Handmade, a longtime supporter of Black Owl, on there, Jesse, he said, you know, this reminds me of a notebook that a 18 or naturalists in the 1800s would carry a cover like that. And that really didn't surprise me why he would say that, because I get a lot of inspiration from my leather work and just, I guess, my life in general from the past and things that used to be done, because just a lot of modern things I just don't jive with well. I just like more natural materials. So I took that as a compliment, and I think it was a pretty accurate description of these journal covers. That's really all I wanted to talk about the notebook. It's a really simple design. I really think it's beautiful. I really do, with the contrasting sort of borderline I put around the edge of it and that mottled brown. I'm really happy, really am, with how these turned out. Like I said, they're available for purchase. I have a small batch on my store, my Etsy store, Krik Handmade. So the information will be in the description. If you're interested, if you're outside of the US, contact me directly, because I'm only shipping within the US right now, just to keep things simple as I continue to figure out the store. If you like this project, you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up. Right now our video schedule is probably going to be Sunday and Tuesday, maybe a Thursday in there if we're feeling ambitious for the week. So remember, look for uploads on Sunday and Tuesday from us. Till the next video, this is Krik with Black Owl. Later, turtles.